Welcome to Creative Tian channel. Today I'm going to show you how I put back my LK150 knitting machine. I modified the machine to make it a smaller unit so I can bring it with me when I travel. It is much easier to carry and still usable. And this is a piece I didn't bring with me. I leave it at home when I'm traveling. I tape everything together, including the metal plate and any screws. And there's also the numbering strip I took down because I have to separate it into two pieces to fit into my luggage. So first I'm going to show you the back side. And you can tell this piece is the edge and also this piece. And this can be the center. The whole piece should look like that. And this is supposed to be here. My table is not big enough. So we have two smaller pieces on the edge and two bigger pieces in the center. And because my luggage can fit these two pieces and separately this piece, so that's what I bring with me. And this works pretty well for me. The final size is like that. So today I'm going to put back the metal piece, fix the sponge. You can see I didn't cut it, I just fold it in half, so it's still usable. But you can always cut it and get a new one. The sponge strip is not that expensive. So I'm going to take down all the screws and I will take down all the pieces. I tape everything together so it doesn't fall apart easily. For this section, the sponge strip, I just fold it like that and tape it when I travel. So now I can put it back. And I think the easiest way is to take down all the needles and then do it the same way to have the sponge on the top when you flip over. When you take out the needle, you can see we have 10 color of pink and then 10 white, 10 pink and 10 white. So we have to put it back the same way. Now we will flip the piece. We are looking at the back side now. You can see the channel for the sponge. And then I will put back the needles. When we look at the front, if you see closely, there is a piece here we can snap in between the two sections. That's how we snap in. This is the back side. Push down. Now the sponge is in place. We can put back the needles. I'll turn it this way. Here is the first one. I just slide in. And I want to make sure needle goes under the sponge. So I'll push the sponge a little bit and then slide the needle down. That's it. It's very simple. Push down the sponge and then go back to the channel and slide in. And we'll finish the 10 white and then 10 pink needle until the end. And it's easier to open the latch first so it doesn't get caught. After I put back this section, now I have a small piece and a long piece. And I did cut the sponge here, so you can see this is where I separate the sponge. It still works for me most of the time, but if I need to knead longer section, including this part, I might change a new sponge strip. But for now, it will work fine. If you look closely, there's a piece that sticks out, so I can snap in just like before. I still have half of the metal plate attached. I'm going to take out the first needle here. It's easier this way. Now I just snap in. And then put the last needle in. Open up the latch. Now all the sections are connected. We can start putting on the numbering. And that's very easy, you just tape it down. I'm just cutting down some tapes and fix it in a few spots. You can just glue it down too, but I like to keep it detachable, so in the future if I need to take it out, I can do that easily. That's why I didn't cut a numbering strip, so I can reuse it next time. And you can see the 0 will be in the center. So that's center 2 sections here. Now the front part is done, we'll look at the back side. For the back side, we just need to screw back all the metal plates. I have one in the middle. I can look at other one that's already attached. So make sure it's in the right position. See, here is the separation of the 2 sections. And those are the holes for the screw. So I will match up the holes like that and just screws it back in. I just bring the little piece with me for travel, but you can use a full size screwdriver. Now I have another piece here. I need the 2 screws on this side. Now all the back sides are finished. We can turn it over and work on the mast. If your roll counter is separate, you can snap it in. You might have to change your location, depends on where you separate your pieces. And this is the base for the mast, so we have to find a place in the back. I want to place the base of the mast in the center, so it's one of these things. It should be something like that, but this is not in the right position, so I have to unscrew this plate and install it again over here. You can see it looks the same below. So those are the options you can install. But here there's an opening, so I'm going to use it here. Push it back, align the hole, and then screw it in. Now here is a hole, and we can place this piece in. Just snap in like that. So we have this in the right place. The next piece is the mast. Just like that. And this is the next part. We just slide it in about the middle of the mast. And the last thing is to put this back. You can see the oval shape in the center. We'll just snap it in. And then move the 2 antennas up, all the way up until it snaps. So that completes our installation. The only thing left is this piece to stop it from sliding. Put it on the table. And then we can secure it. There's a hole on each side. And there's also one in the center. So if you have 3 of these, you can place it in 3 spots. It will be more secure. Now we can set up the carriage. Lift up the handle. And then just place it back to the machine. Now finally we are ready to knit again. So that's a quick rundown of the shortened LK150 knitting machine. You can shorten it or restore it to original length anytime you need to. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.